It's Tuesday, October 28th, and here's everything you may have missed in business and finance yesterday. U.S. stocks ended Monday on a high note, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq cruising toward their 6th and 7th straight monthly gains, respectively. Big tech showed off, with Tesla and Google serving as the MVPs. Other winners included semiconductors, software, hospitals, and telecom. U.S. Treasuries were mixed, with the yield curve flattening slightly as investors patiently wait for the Fed. The 2-year note auction was a bit weak, but the 5-year saw strong demand. The U.S. dollar dipped slightly and gold dropped nearly 3%, back under $4,000 an ounce. Bitcoin futures jumped and oil was basically flat. On the geopolitical front, Presidents Trump and Xi are still set to chat Thursday in South Korea at the APEC meeting. While details are fuzzy, markets are hopeful that this could ease tariff tensions. President Trump signaled optimism ahead of Thursday's summit, suggesting a U.S.-China trade deal and a finalized TikTok agreement could be imminent. Treasury Secretary Bessent confirmed a strong framework is in place, with expectations that China will delay rare earth export restrictions and increase soybean purchases. Trump also signed trade deals with Southeast Asian nations and imposed a 10% tariff on Canada. In the early hours this morning, Trump signed a trade deal with Japan, which includes 15% tariffs on Japanese goods and a pledge that Japan will invest $550 billion in U.S. industry and open its market to American rice, cars, and defense equipment. The deal also notably included a framework calling for the U.S. and Japan to cooperate on supplying critical minerals and rare earth metals to each other. The Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates by 25 basis points this week and possibly end its balance sheet runoff, aka quantitative tightening. Both would be bullish for markets. Economic data is light due to the government shutdown, but we'll get updates on consumer confidence, manufacturing, and home prices today. The Fed's decision will come tomorrow, and then on Friday we'll wrap with the Chicago PMI. In other corporate news, Amazon announced it will cut 14,000 jobs. AMD inked a $1 billion deal with the U.S. government for supercomputers. Snowflake teased $10 billion in future revenue, and Lululemon is reportedly selling NFL apparel. AI also had its moment in the spotlight yesterday. Qualcomm unveiled new data center chips, and optimism is building ahead of earnings from most of the Mag 7, that's your mega-cap tech giants. Investors are watching for signs of the AI spending boom and how it's driving productivity. Google, Meta, and Microsoft report Wednesday, Apple and Amazon follow Thursday, and together they represent a jaw-dropping $15 trillion in market cap. It's peak earnings season. 36% of the S&P 500 reports this week, so there is still a lot to come.